Hey to my gorgeous Ophiuchus, it's Dr. Leona coming in for your Twisted Tarot, December 2025. But whenever you see it, of course, it's meant for you. Shall we use the Italian deck? Why not? I'm headed overseas shortly, and I'm just doing, here I am, supposed to be packing, and I'm doing videos. I just want to make sure I get Ophiuchus out there because you all have been so great to me and so supportive. I want to say hey to Anthony. Thank you, Mr. Anthony. I definitely missed your comments, but absolutely give mad respect and gratitude because you were the first person to say to me, what about the Ophiuchus perspective? It was subtle, it was small, it was a nudge in the right direction. Of course, I'm an astronomer, I love astronomy, and I use that. And that's why I like Vedic astrology and sidereal astrology, because that matches what I see through that telescope. Tropical astrology let me down. I grew up in the States. It let me way down, guys. But Vedic astrology helped save my life. Do I have Ophiuchus energy? You know I do. You know I do. I have so many planets in Scorpio. It's insane. The 8th house in Scorpio. It really, it quite literally may be insane. I do think I hear voices, the other side is with me. And any astrologer, anybody who has any knowledge of astrology at all, could see psychic placements in my chart. 5 or 6 placements that indicate psychic energy, that indicate having one foot on one side and one foot on the other. That's very true. And literally half my body is like on the other side. It doesn't work. It died, basically. It doesn't work. Yeah, because of cancer treatments. Oh, I've been through it. That's like the energy of the wolf that chews off its own paw. Yeah, I said, do this treatment. They were like, are you sure? I'm like, yeah, I'm sure, because I don't want to die. Oh, if I'm not going to walk well again, or maybe ever walk again, supposedly, but it's fine. And you know what? Even with just one working ovary, I still got pregnant. So you just don't, nothing can keep you down when you have a lot of placements in Drushtana houses, because those houses are secure. They're tight. They're tight as a drum. I'm not going to say it. You know what I was thinking. I'm not saying it, guys. All right, we do have this King of Cups coming forward for my beautiful Ophiuchus. Some of you could be that. I want to also give a shout out. The other side's here to remind me. I said hey to Mr. Anthony. I want to also say hello to Hawk, my newest Patreon member. I want to say hello to Miss Chloe. Love you, girl. If you're watching, absolutely love you. You know I do. And Miss Cindy, Miss Rhonda, if you're watching, Miss Charlotte, if you're watching. There is more of Ophiuchus in the transit in terms of degrees than Scorpio. Watch Scorpio, watch Sag, and watch Ophiuchus. Ophiuchus is getting down to energy. I always make the joke about Ophiuchus taking the knee, because it is the knee of Ophiuchus that is that Kendanta point between Scorpio and Sag. That's a karmic knot. There's 3 of them in the zodiac. Anytime you go from water to fire, Pisces to Aries, from our very birth, we have a karma. Cancer to Leo, when we give birth, or when we become a mother, or when we are born to our parents, that's the next one. Just taking a breath, Pisces to Aries, being born again, Pisces to Aries, then being a child with parents. The parents are your karma. So that's a karmic knot you have to deal with. And then the next karmic knot is between Scorpio, Ophiuchus, and Sag. Ophiuchus is the serpent bearer, the snake handler. It's the wounded healer energy, and Sagittarius is the wounded warrior. I believe that there's Mars and Jupiter energy connecting with this particular sign, guys. So we have that energy of somebody holding back. I think that could be you. Gender not at all connected to this. We have a King of Cups and a King of Swords. I'm gonna say it. Same sex energy, but also like, hey, coming in with the same energy, and someone has Mars as their highest degree planet. That's fantastic. We love that. All right, guys, 2 of Pentacles. Well, this kind of is connecting with that Pisces reading I just did. which is supposed to be for the full moon in November, but it didn't end up going up in time. It got stuck. The original got stuck, and then one of the two videos ended up literally disappearing. I don't know how, what, when, why. And so, you know, I had to redo. But I just did it, and it came out great. So take a look at it. It also connects with Aries a little bit here. All right, guys, I do see this energy of the king. When we have three kings coming out and we have a queen here, it's not like there's group sex. I mean, maybe there is. What do I know? But someone here is single. Someone here isn't, because there's 2 of Pentacles and then there's 9 of Pentacles. Now that represents the 29th. Ophiuchus energy begins around the time of November 29th. Now, I love November 29th because it connects with the Jeremiah passage, 29:11, I believe, that talks about God's plan. And it's not like you have to be super religious to think about this, but why are you here on this channel or any tarot channel unless you believe that there's some kind of a plan? And the planets and the stars and the whole natural world is there waiting to give you signs, to give you cues, to give you prompts to move toward your destiny, right? You got to believe there's a plan. Well, God or the universe, or however you wish to see it, the divine has a plan for you. And it is not to suffer. It is to not just survive where you're suffering. That's, you have to survive suffering, right? It's to thrive. It's for you to prosper. When you're thriving, you're prospering. So there's an energy of survive to thrive here, and that's very Ophiuchus, because Ophiuchus is that point, the in-between stage between Scorpio surviving some awful things and the 9th house, second chances, good fortune, good things happening, travel, Jupiter energy, expansion, growth, and luck, ruling that 9th house, whether it's Sagittarius or not. And so if you happen to have a Sag ascendant, I want you to know that Jupiter rules your first house. Jupiter is expansion, growth, and luck. Where do you have it in your chart? Now, if you have it like me in a Dushtana house, that means that you're going to have expansion, growth, and luck after your death. You'll have it before your death too, but after your death, you're going to have it as well. Now, that's an energy of like people like Herman Melville, who writes the great American novel, supposedly, Moby Dick. I mean, despite the fact that it's a white whale, and he was a white man. I find that very interesting. That's the great American novel, but it is a great novel, no question about it. I've studied it. It's pretty amazing. He has a lot of interesting things, but he also, we know from letters from his wife to her brother, that he beat her. You know, it was a different time period, but still, that was not okay. And he knew that wasn't okay. And he ended up dying alone working on the docks in New York City, which we might see as karma for the wife beatings. His wife's name was Elizabeth. He was born in tropical Leo, but was actually Cancer. And so that Cancer energy for someone like that is tough. And the books and the writings that he had, like Moby Dick, he was very popular as a travel writer, but then he wrote Moby Dick and sales just fell off. Nobody was buying it. They were like, this is too heavy, man. You know, they just didn't want to read it. They didn't buy it. They didn't read it. And he became poor. He lost everything. And he also had a child who committed suicide. It's a tough energy. That energy, having Jupiter in the 12th house, Herman Melville energy. So now look at this, the Empress coming out. So someone here, haha, this is interesting. Well, isn't this interesting? So someone here, an emperor, sees this Empress. Look at that leg. I mean, this person's gorgeous. They got blonde hair, long blonde hair. They got tits, they got ass, they got legs, they got some nice stuff here. They're kind of in shadow, half and not. This is a person that's psychic. This is a person that may have Scorpio, Ophiuchus, Sagittarius placements, maybe some Leo placements as well. Could be Empress energy, Venus in the 2nd house. Venus and Taurus energy here. Always the number 3, always a third party. So we do see 3 kings coming out, and we see the energy of this Empress, like with offering, making an offer here to someone, coming in as single, or at least presenting that way, right? Empress is free. Whether Empress is married or not, they're free, they're detached. And I see this is actually a karmic partner. I see that. That's causing some obstacles. It's burdensome. This karmic partner is creating burdens for this relationship. All right, we have that energy of Pisces coming out. Like I said, go check that out. Virgo and Pisces here. 9 of Pentacles with this energy of 12th house. That's 6th and 12th destiny access. So something may have occurred between October 30th, 2023 and mid-May of this year, 2025. So think about that. Did you meet somebody? What happened? Because there could have been something Ophiuchus here. This is what's on the surface, and this is what's beneath the surface. So we're seeing that somebody that was single came in for an opportunity, or someone that was detached was seen, was exploited here by a person that maybe wasn't. 2 of Pentacles here with the 5 of Cups. So this is an energy of regret. Somebody really regrets. They're looking back at what they did here. They created some burdens. Now they've got an attachment that maybe they don't know how to deal with. I'm seeing that, okay? And that's why the Devil's here. There's a codependency. There's something here, it's connected to work. And this is a King of Swords, so someone could be military, they could be in government, they could be in any kind of securities, any sort of Department of Defense, police work, detective work, you know, statey, you could be in the armed forces, any of them. You could have had family in the armed forces here, or someone does in the equation. Someone could even be like an attorney, tax attorney, or something. They do that for work. And they have some regrets, probably because they know they're going to have a lot of legal expenses now. But the 8 of Wands here, they still, that's how they met. That's how they met this person, through their work. All right, creating a lot of anxiety, but this anxiety is different. This 9 of Swords, this I'm not sleeping at night. They're not sleeping at night because they're happy and they're thinking about this flower that's growing up amidst the swords. So this is a person that's dealt with a karmic partner that's like just not nice. And now they've got some happiness here coming in for them, Ophiuchus. That's lovely. Yep, this is eventually happening. Okay, 3 of Wands. So if it hasn't happened yet for you, expect to meet somebody who could be attached if you're not the attached person. But I'm just guessing, Ophiuchus, that you may have a little bit of a waiting list, a running tally. I don't know why I think that. I'm just guessing. Just a guess. Okay, so here we have this energy of the Page of Coins. Now I'm getting a message here from the other side. They want me to talk about this placement. So someone here in the collective may have this placement, Venus and Neptune together. If you have Venus and Neptune together, okay, depending on where that is, it's going to have more meaning to it, add more meaning to it. But having Venus and Neptune together is that you're going to have a wife or a feminine partner. If you're a masculine, or even if you're a feminine, non-binary, trans, you're going to have a beautiful feminine looking partner, or you will be a beautiful feminine looking partner. You'll be someone's dream, and it will particularly be someone connected to Pisces, because Neptune rules Pisces. So they will either have Jupiter in Pisces, or you have, you know, and this is an energy of being a beautiful wife, being desired. It's also a conjunction that shows royalty. Shows royalty in a past life, especially if it's connected to the 6th house. The karmic debt that someone has with Venus and Neptune is that they were part of a very abundant, like, coastal kingdom of some kind, part of that family. And so there was a lot of karmic debt connected to it. And you'll see that You know, but you may see that placement if it's in the 6th. But then if you see something like Mars in the 5th, particularly in that space where there's a lunar mansion in the 5th house that shows someone sacrificed themselves in a past life and so has good fortune in this life, that's what the past life luck is. And so, you know, that if that person happens to have Mars in that space of Leo in the 5th, and they have Venus in the 6th, Venus is considered that's not a great placement, but you can't just look at the placement, you have to look at the chart, right? So this person may have been a part of a royal family or some kind of a kingdom, definitely by the ocean, but they did something, they sacrificed themselves for some purpose, and that helped a lot of people. Perhaps during war, they may have done something brave during a time of war. They did something because of Mars energy. So they did something. And if you look at Saturn, you'll have to look at Saturn. If Saturn is in Aries for this person, in like say the D9 and the D1, Saturn's in the 6th house where Venus is, Saturn and Venus get along really well. So whoever this person is, if it's say a feminine, what they're going to see is they're going to marry. It is their destiny to marry somebody who has darker eyes, darker hair, darker skin, somebody that could be, you know, Latinx, that could, you know, come from a background like mine, a mixed background, like from New Orleans. Everybody there is a mixed background. I mean, everybody. I had a postman, Mike, who had the whitest skin I'd ever seen. That man glowed in the dark. But his great-great-grandmama, like mine, was black and a slave, and she freed herself. She bought her freedom doing laundry for folks on the side, and she was also knew how to read and write. She taught herself how to read and write, and he showed me some of her journal entries, and it was the cutest thing. She wrote things like, "I did laundry today." And I think that it was the ability to have that freedom. Okay, I'm going to tell you something. If this is a third party, or if you have a third party situation, this is coming in. Guys, if that's what's happening, Ophiuchus, someone's watching, someone knows. And there's going to be a big ending. It's going to be bad. You will walk away, but you're going to have a few swords in your back and your side. Yeah, okay. I'm going to take this over to the extended, guys, because I got to wrap. I got to go. Number 33 here. So Ascended teachers are present. I love this Reiki healing, and in fact, I am a Sui Reiki master. So if you want to have an appointment with me, a distance Reiki appointment, I get distance Reiki every single month, and it works. You have a good practitioner, it'll work. It's natural, safe, and simple. Reiki energy flows through you. That's correct. Send love and positive healing to yourself and others too. I'm known for sending positive energy. You can see it in the comments usually when I respond to comments, and that's why. Okay, this is my gorgeous Heidi. She passed away, sadly, Ophiuchus, but we love her and remember her. She's our spirit guide. And I see this energy of the rainbow, so I do want you to look for signs of people who have passed sending you messages. You're going to get some signs, and if your energy is right, if you're balanced energy, balance out your energies, you're going to see it. They're going to tell you something about this relationship, okay? The other side is always with us, and if you want a psychic reading, you know where to find me. I am going away, so I'll be gone, but I can schedule it out about 2 weeks from now, okay? All right, I'm going to take you over because the next card is a good one. There's a little preview. That's it. All right, coming over to Patreon. We'll talk there, and I'll see you guys soon. Bye, my beautiful Ophiuchus. Twisted Tarot, December 2025.